Who was the author?
Elmore Leonard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
If you watched Justified, there's a great example of an educated criminal, because that guy, you know, is the smartest, cleverest, again, clever, a criminal thing, you know, but he's smart, he's clever, he can out-talk people with his amazing vocabulary, which is better than mine, which is another thing. When you're the writer, you don't have to know all these words, you just have to know how to look them up.
Do you think clever is a negative connotation, if you're called that? Because it almost seems like you're smart, but not in the traditional acceptable way.
Clever street smart kind of,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So there might be the, you know, negative connotation to that, but, you know, we want to write clever dialogue. We don't want to write bland dialogue. We want the dialogue to be something where people read it and go, wow, this is, you know, I wish I came up with these sentences. I just did a noir class where I did a bunch of lines of dialogue from Out of the Past. And there's this thing that I call bumper stick. Actually, I don't call it. Patrick Shane Duncan, who wrote Courage Under Fire and Mr. Holland's Opus, calls it bumper sticker dialogue. And so what it is he wrote, he did some rewrite work on a Chuck Norris movie, and he didn't get credit on screen, but everyone has the bumper sticker that says, "If I want your opinion, I beat it out of you." And he wrote that line. And so if you come up with those lines, go ahead, make my day, you know, and all those things that'll end up on a bumper sticker or a t-shirt, you know, those are the gold we're looking for. And in the film noir class I did, Out of the Past just has line after line after line that you go, you could engrave that on a bar of gold and it would increase the value. And, you know, if we can come up with those lines that are clever that people remember.
What about if there's too much conflict? Sometimes I'll see that where I can tell that someone's like, okay, great, I need to have conflict right away, and it's overdone.
Too much conflict is usually inorganic conflict. It's conflict that's pasted on from the outside instead of coming from the story. And so what happens is they look at, and this is the problem with action movies that suddenly have car chases for no apparent reason, or fist fights for no apparent reason, or shootouts for no apparent reason, is somebody looked at it and went, hey, it's getting a little slow here, we need to put in something, and they paste on from the outside some conflict. And that can be in a drama too, where instead of mining the conflict organically and looking at the characters and going, we have these two characters, here's their dispute, they need to talk about this. And again, it could be you're avoiding that conflict ends up creating some different conflict that's pasted on from the outside to give us conflict in this scene so that we can save the good conflict for later. It's like you never want to do that. What you also want to do is go for the organic conflict, for the real conflict, and have the characters deal with what's real there instead of pasting anything on from the outside.